We're group 17 and we're going to present how to minimize the cost of the Spanish basket. So what is the basic food basket? It's a group of products which are considered minimum to meet the nutritional needs of an individual. Governments or institutions think that the most important thing is to know the cost of the basket as it's the most basic need. This basic need is useful information to calculate the minimum wage along with other expenses such as housing, education and transport. So according to this nutritional study, Spanish population, the Spanish basket is composed by lettuce, cheese, chicken, eggs, lentils, bread, almonds, melon, and sugar. One portion of those products is equivalent as those amounts of grams, and we have investigated how much calories, fat, protein, or carbohydrates compose those products. According to nutritionists, the best amount to eat daily is between this amount. Also, we consider the price per portion of to minimize the basket of one of the biggest supermarkets in Spain, which is Carrefour. Also, we have found the average Spanish because these tell us how much calories, fat, protein, and carbohydrates should a person consume at least.
Okay, so to solve this problem, we will use linear programming, which is a mathematical technique for maximizing and minimizing a linear function of several variables given certain constraints. Our variables in this case will be the daily portions of each of the goods in the basket that we need to buy to consume daily. First, we need to do our objective function, which would be the sum of the product of the prices and the daily portions we need to buy. Then our restrictions, which would be also the sum of the amount per product that need to be greater or equal than the amount given by our nutritionists. Then we need to have that fish plus chicken need to be greater or equal than 1. Also, that our minimum daily and our maximum daily portions, and since they are goods, they cannot be negative. Then to solve this problem, we will use Solver, that is a mathematical software add-in of Excel. Then first, we need to organize our data, which includes our objective function and our constraints. Then, to solve this problem, we would use the function called SumProduct, which is the sum of the product of our variables and our costs, also for our restrictions. And then, since we have all that, we just click on the cell with our objective function, our variables, and then we add all of our constraints and just click on solve. And this gives us a total of 3.31 euros per day to consume the portions of food to reach our minimum.
Now we need to verify the results given by Solver are actually constrained to the restrictions that we introduce in the software. So by noticing the column that gives us the result, we do know that it is a fair result. And by observing the exact quantities they give us, we know that the average Spanish person would survive with this nutritional information. So, specifically for the amount of protein, by further researching, we know that this person wouldn't actually absorb this amount of proteins given the lack of exercises that they do weekly. And at the same time, it would be consuming the maximum portions of lentil, bread, and sugar recommended by nutritionists. Even though we definitely minimize the cost because our monthly cost is 99.3 euros monthly, and according to the European Commission in 2015, and I quote, the total monthly budget for food amounts to 199 euros for a single person. Even though we are definitely minimizing this basket cost, there are many things we need to consider. For example, the fact that we are eating the maximum amount that a nutritionist is recommending to consume means that we could have a better nutrition, even though this would mean to increase the cost of the basket. And that is probably why the government gives the highest amount of euros to consume in the basket. At the same time, a person wouldn't actually always eat this amount of food, even though we minimize their cost because of their tastes and the fact that they need to vary the food that they consume. Also, we need to take into account that we took the Carrefour prices, and if we compare it to the government-given information, they do have access to better information than the one that we have. Even though Solver is an amazing software that simplifies the 10 variables and 35 constrictions that we had, we still need to take into account that it is a mathematical software that is going to simplify the information that we introduce. And at the end, we as a human being need to be the one that thinks this information further and truly know if this data given is the best at the end. Thank you.